Hello. Uh, Today I'm here to continue my last session. It was stuck, unfortunately, right? So I'm really sorry for the inconvenience you had, right? Okay. Somehow today I'll try my best to complete that right promptly, right? Uh, right. Okay. So I don't have that there that what I prepared. So I'll create it simply fast, right? Trans, let's say, list is generated. See, uh, randomly, let me know some items, right? I know most of the items are in your mind, like wines, apples, grapes, beers, and so many things like that, right? Okay, somehow it's not time to put all of them, as I want to show you some examples, right? Mm-hmm. Then uh, right, okay. Mm, right, okay, then I put the O there, no, yeah, I'll put the O there, right? And a C, a it's for nothing else, just for the example, right? Okay, let's see now how it will be look like. Trans. This is not a transaction object yet, right? So we want to make it a transaction object, and first of all, I want to make change all these names of this trans object, right? Trans. So I will use names function, trans inside that. I'll use paste for printing these, right? Paste is a default function in our programming, but the difference between paste and print is inside this paste we can execute a couple of things. We can execute some codes, right? So here you can see there are only 4 transactions, so it is from 1 to 4. T is incremented from 1 to 4, right? When we have some attributes with larger names, we used to compact it. We used to abbreviate it with the help of these names like this, right? Here, right? But you can see still it's not transaction object. It can be identified by taking a look at its response on summary, right? It is not indicated as a transaction object. So what I'm going to do is I want to make it a transaction object. First of all, I need to load these relevant libraries, rules, and rule means library rule. Let me check whether it has been recorded, right? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, okay. Because I want to make sure. Um, our rules with right. Our rules with then right. Okay. This must be converted transaction. Okay. Can be whatever you wish, right? As trans. It's transactions, right? Okay, it's like this, right? Now I'm going to show you the summary of this transaction object, this transaction, and what item frequency, right? Item frequency of what transaction, section, transaction, then item frequency plot, right? Of trans transaction, right? Okay. Then what I can do furthermore, dimensions, all of them can be found out. But this summary will give you the idea of dimensions, labels, and everything, right? Item labels function will help you find out the same, right? Not the same, but the labels only, right? Okay. Now you can see these properties. Last time I think you can remember I discussed all these terminologies. There were three significant terminologies related to this association reminding, right? So they will support lift and confidence. So support is nothing else, just the probability, individual probability of them must be computed first of all. Then it can be a probability of intersection, union, but here we will talk about intersections in order to find out confidence. Confidence is nothing else, uh, just the um, condition probability, right? Okay, so it's not time to talk about that again because I have explained everything in my earlier video, right? Right, okay. Now I'll explain these. These are labels most frequent items, and the frequencies are given there, right? And the minimum values and the probabilities. What does it say? Everything you can understand it, right? Simply, these are labels and these are transaction numbers, right? So there is the adapted function in these libraries as transaction item frequency plot, right? There's nothing else, just a plot. Even we could do it with the help of box plot, sorry, bar plots, and we could make the height as the properties relevant to relative frequencies. So according to empirical statistics, relative frequencies are nothing else, just supports properties. In terms of this model, they are the supports, right? So individual supports are shown by this bubble, right? So probability of occurring, probability of purchasing item A, right? So there are four total transactions, right? Let me use, where is it? Okay, here. Uh, there are totally four transactions. There probability of support, support of purchasing a buying a, right? You can imagine in your mind an apple, right? Okay, somehow. So there are four transactions. Out of four transactions, it appears only three times. Out of four, it's just three. So the somehow the probability must be 3, 4, or 0.75. That's why it's represented by this problem, right? So with the help of these functions, those included inside these libraries, we could do it nicely, right? Okay. Likewise, we can see all these all these relative frequencies of support. So when we are dealing with real scenario, I'll share one of the real scenario with you later, right? But today it's not time to talk about that. I have some more tasks. So here, when we are having some more items, some more transactions, as I explained in supermarket, right? Even there are so many transactions maybe occurred within the day, right? Within the single hour, right? So each of everything may be analyzed in those market fields, right? In those streams. So here, this I wanted to give you a better idea about this with a simple example, right? Okay, now I want you to, I'll show you now, right? I'll show you now what we can do now. As I explained, a priori rules, right? Rules must be generated, nothing else, just condition probabilities with confidence and leaps, right? Okay. Rules are generated with the help of what we can use for generating rules. Um, a priori, a priori, right? Okay, this is the function. Uh, so now already you have when the transaction object, right? Then parameter must be set, right? Must be list out. You can define minimum support, what I want to consider for the analysis, right? So some goods may be there with very minor frequencies, very minor relative frequencies. It means that the support values are low, right? So we can add a boundary to cut them off, right? So prevent from involving them for the analysis. Then we can prevent from involving these unwanted goods. Those are not essential for the analysis. Those are coming up with very minor frequencies, can be omitted from the analysis, right? Okay, sub equals 0. Let me say for all these values are coming up with 0.5, larger than 0.5. The supports are larger than 0.5, so nothing will be manipulated there, right? So all these combinations may be considered, right? Okay, I'll show you later with the uh, real object, right? Confidence, I'll pick 0.5. It's a better value, right? After that, you can adjust it with your own requirements, right? It doesn't matter. Minimum length equals 10, and uh, target target is to generate rules, right? It's nothing else, right? Okay. Summary of rules and inspect, 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 inspect them, right? Okay, I'll show you how to read this. Okay, let me run it. Okay, it's free from errors. Here you can see the summary of this model. There are okay, inspect rules. Let me execute it on another inspect rules. It's free from because set of 0 rules. Yeah, okay. Let me change this. Confidence is okay. Minimum length because I asked to get for only yeah, okay. Actually, instead of max length, I have set there's a pretty mistake, right? I'm really sorry about that. instead of max length, I wanted to set max length, but I have set it as minimum length, right? Okay, that's why it was not generated, right? Okay, somehow it was required. Uh, so now it's all you can see it. There are some. I feel like these are unwanted in my analysis, so I'll set here min length equals 2, then maybe let me clean this first of all. Where is it? Okay, annotation, put it into bucket, right? Okay, right, remove it. Now let me run it, right? Okay, now it should work. Right, now we have totally 6 rules for omitted, right? Because I asked to get minimum length, there must be 2, right? There must be 2 objects. So my early object was null, right? Because in probability there can be null objects also, right? So there is a combination like that. There is a likelihood like that. So all these combinations may be considered according to our conditions what I have given, right? So this is the summary. This is summary. Minimum length is just 0.5, like that. All these central tendency measurements with respect to support, confidence, coverage, lift, and count are given, right? Okay. So my desire is to talk about this result, right? Okay. First of all, let's yeah, I talk about only one uh, result here, right? Hence, you can define all the others likewise, right? Okay. So left hand side is nothing else. Left hand side is nothing else. Let me access this time. Right, rotate, right? Left hand side is nothing else. Implication B, implication C, right? B implication C here equals to probability of verticing C given B, probability of buying C once he or she has purchased B already, right? This is known as the contingent probability in mathematics. Is given by the probability, the ratio between the probability of C and B, C intersection B, over probability of B, right? It's like this, right? This is nothing else. This is just the confidence of C implication B, right? It is made of support C union B. It's nothing else the probability of C intersection B over support probability of B, right? In terms of machine learning algorithm, right? As I explained earlier, right? Okay, I think they are in your mind now, right? In my early video, uh, it's better to go through this without wasting time because you are familiar with all these terms now, right? Okay, somehow support 0.5, yeah, great in this field, and this confidence, it is very important. Confidence is explained here. So with respect to this first row, I hope to explain this, right? So according to this, let me change this color into green, right? Okay. Let me go up. So what's the probability of finding C and B? C and B. C and B. It's C and B, right? You can see it's here. It's in this basket here to not here, right? Okay. Now we can see 3, 4 is the intersection. Probability of C intersection B or support of C and B, right? Is 3/4 and probability of occurring B, probability of purchasing B, right? Let me make sure whether it is being recorded. Right, okay, somehow it must be. I have checked it once, right? I can remember. So now probability of purchasing B. How many are there? Here, only one, one. Yeah, that one is going to be equal to 3, 4, right? So that's how it's going to be equal to 1. That's how the confidence of C implication B becomes 1, right? Confidence of C implication B becomes 1, right? Okay, let me go down. Let me go down, right? It's like this. It became 1, right? Let me change color. Right. Okay. So it's like this. Confidence became 1, right? Okay. Then lift. What does it mean by lift? I explained it last time, right? Lift, not limit, right? Lift. C implication B is given by confidence, the implication B, right, over support of C, right? This is nothing else probability of C intersection B over probability of B times probability of C, right? It's given by this. If this is equal to 1, it means that they are independent with each other. Then if this is larger than 1, you can see here if this is larger than 1, but we can say probability of C given B is larger than probability of C. That means that purchasing C once B is purchased is the probability of purchasing C once B object B item B is purchased almost is larger than purchasing the probability of purchasing C directly, right? Okay, so at that moment we can recommend that object, right? That item. It's like I don't recommend those items, right? Okay, somehow you can get the idea how you could understand it, right? So likewise, you can discuss all these roles. These are significant indicators what I wanted to discuss with you, right? So I think you can get the idea. For now, I will stop it, right? So I'll see you later with a new session, right? And don't forget that we were talking about point analysis. And as I am working for some more tasks these days, therefore I'll contribute later, right? So wait, hopefully I have arranged some more real data sets. Those were collected last couple of weeks, and I still am not allowed to share them with you after about, I think, a couple of months later. I can share them with you, right? Okay, so it will be so funny, those data sets will give you some ideas to change your lifestyles, right? Okay. Thank you for all. I will stop it by here now, right? Okay. Okay, just stop it.